What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over one of my new favorite builds. This is going to be called the Titan Freeze Tank. Let's take a look at it. So with the changes with the 30th anniversary drop, this particular build has just gotten super strong. So we're going to be doing Diamond Lance. When you shatter or defeat targets with stasis abilities or a stasis weapon, you'll produce one of these diamond lances, which then you can use to throw or slam to the ground for an AoE effect. We're going to have tectonic harvest, so we can produce those stasis shards, which is going to be really great. Between the two now, you can slot 5 fragments, which is really nice. We're going to be using fissures, increase the damage and burst of the breaking a crystal. Chains, so you get less damage when you're next to a frozen target. Whisper of Rhyme, we're going to get those overshields. Bonds, defeating frozen targets grants super energy. And Whisper of Durance, slows last longer. For the exotic weapons, we're going to use Agers Scepter. Just synergizes really well with this. Super strong. We do have the catalyst, and when you do that, will given time, it is extremely strong. Your energy weapon, just pair it to whatever you're doing. If you need unstoppable or anti-barrier. And then we're using Zepher with the new trait Cold Steel. Powered sword hits slow targets. Enough sword hits will actually freeze the target as well. We do have the energy transfer, so you can get that barricade back quicker. And we're going to be using Precious Scars. Final blows with weapons with a damage type matching your subclass. Gives you a burst of healing. And then, of course, when you do revives, you'll get that overshield for your group. And then we're going to have Font of Might on there. We're going to be running elemental shards. Again, any kind of champion mods that you need, you can slot those in. Just makes it really easy. If you're not dealing with champions, then you can maybe use like a melee kickstart or a grenade kickstart, just to kind of kick up your abilities a little bit more. We'll have Font of Wisdom. And between the Font of Might and Font of Wisdom, we'll be getting those procced because of the shards. We'll have Elemental Charge, so we can get charged with light when we pick up those shards as well. And of course, whatever finders we're using for our weapons. And then we'll have Lucent Blade and Passive Guard. Lucent Blade says that dealing damage with a sword while you're charged with light gives you a 5-second bonus to damage, which is really nice. Makes you really tanky. Now the core of this build is really just built around the stasis abilities, the stasis weapons, and using those lances as much as you can. Alright, let's take this into the field and see how it plays out. So we're going to be starting off with some Vault of Glass here. We're just going to see what this first encounter looks like using this build. You'll see that I'm going to use Agers Scepter quite a bit, but really leaning hard on those lances. It's an extremely strong way to clear adds, to freeze the tankier targets so you can just take them out and keep your abilities up for when you really need them. The Zephyr is extremely strong here. It really makes it so that you can hit those targets. When you're using it on overload champions, you'll see that it'll freeze, keeping them in place. Same thing with the barriers, so that you can really just take them out before they get going. But the lances are extremely strong. You have that ranged attack where you can just launch it, and then you also have the AoE attack where you slam it to the ground. With the Agers Scepter, you'll do increased damage to the frozen targets as well. So once you freeze something, you use the Agers Scepter. You can use it to break your crystals. You can use it to break your grenade crystals as well. And just utilize those lances. The really nice thing I like about this loadout too is you're going to be producing so many lances you can't even use them all sometimes, but it's really nice because then your teammates can start pick them up and start using them as well, just to kind of keep your teammates a little more versatile as well. The other nice thing about this is that when you're using the stasis weapons, you really are almost unkillable. You get so much health back with Precious Scars. It just makes you so tanky. When you're using stuff for solo, when you're doing Legend Lost sectors, Master Lost sectors, going for some of those solo GMs or solo dungeons, this is going to be a really strong build, and I think that you'll really like the synergy that you have with it. Overall, this is my new favorite Titan build, and I've used it in the GM. We are using it in the Nightfalls, using it obviously here in the Vault of Glass. Pretty versatile. It really does a great job in the Dares of Eternity as well. Overall, I think this is probably one of the best Titan builds there is right now. Check it out. Go get out there in the world and try this thing. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and pass this on to your friends and let them know about this video. Other than that, Guardians, good hunting out there. Get out there and start freezing some stuff, and good luck with the lances. Good hunting, Guardians.